So we are finally pretty much done with this splitter we've been working on, this vertical style splitter. We've got 4 parts, 4 different videos building this thing pretty much from the ground up. And we just got it painted back together, and we've been tuning it a little bit. It's been running pretty good. So I'm just gonna do a walk around video of it here. The main idea, or one of them behind it, was this, with the splitting, what the wedge is attached to is a forklift mast. So you can see it's got like the carriage with the roller bearings up there. So that's a pretty good idea. That's been working well. We had to get a different cylinder in there. The table's 1/4 inch, which we've already kind of dented a little bit. I probably should have beefed that up, but this is all kind of trial and error. We got the pedal, valve system, lever for the log lift. We got it on a 3,500 pound axle. We got a little 3-cylinder diesel engine that came from, actually it came from that right over there, a donor Toro Workman. It's like 20 horsepower. We had some issues with it. It's kind of running good now, we think. It's running a 28 gallon per minute pump, and the valve back there is like 32 gallons per minute or something.
It's able to flow 32 gallons.
Yeah, it's,
you can't put it to it.
right. We wanted to get the biggest hydraulic system we can find within reason. Try to make it as fast as possible. It's not as fast as we would like it to be, but it took a lot of work to get it to this point. So now we're going to be fine tuning it and playing with valve pressure and maybe be able to make it a little bit faster.
I think to speed it up too, we need a bigger, like a smaller cylinder with a bigger rod. So like,
Yeah.
we won't have as much tonnage, but it'll have more speed. And I think we have plenty of tonnage. It seems to push through everything.
Yeah, I had that cylinder from my old splitter. We made it work, and it's got plenty of power. And this was a pump. The pump was a 2-stage pump too, isn't it?
2-stage pump.
Yeah, so it should kick down. If we
But
get
it's
a
5-inch bore cylinder, so it's a lot of oil that you got to
Yeah.
move in and out of there. So if you go down to a, like maybe a 4 with a bigger rod, so your return stroke will be a lot quicker.
Right.
You're not
that cylinder's made for a lot of power. But yeah, we've been playing around with it. We made this hood for it. The oil tank's probably like 35-40 gallons. Made that out of an old diesel fuel tank. We were able to rob a lot of the electronics, the radiator and wiring harness off of that Toro over there where the engine came from. So we were able to make this little dashboard. It's got a temp gauge, fuel gauge, some dummy lights, glow plugs, and then the fan, hour meter, and here's the throttle. So yeah, it's finally together. We're gonna do a little splitting with it and show you how it works. Like we said, it's not as fast as we'd like it to be. We're still gonna play around with it, but it's definitely faster than what we've been splitting with before, just old crusty homemade beat up splitters. So it's been a pretty fun project, and we're still going to be playing around with it. And more glow plugs. It's only 75 degrees today. There's our foot pedal, and then we made the lever system to get it to return back up and then to neutral. We still want to play around. A lot of these splitters have an adjustment where if you don't want to split the full depth, which ours is 24 inches, if you're only splitting like 16-inch material, you can set that lever to stop around 16 inches. So we still might do that. So neither of us have ever split with a vertical style splitter like this. They've become more popular. Did you just drop that on your toe?
No.
Okay. Neither of us have split with this style splitter before, but I definitely like it. I'm used to the normal horizontal splitter, and so is he. And I'm used to like, it's like low, and then you're like rolling the log around with your hip and your thigh and stuff. This is nice, especially when you get that lift arm up and it's like a big table. You can just keep standing up and work.
Yeah, you can
better.
load that whole lift up, and you can have like, you can set yourself up for 5 or 10 minutes worth of split without having to bend over, you know?
Yeah, it just gets your loading system. You know, you got a little bit of bending over. You should stack those in that crate. It's better to stack them.
This is just a transport vehicle. I got wood racks, so I'm gonna stack these.
It drives me
This
nuts. I
this
gotta
is the
stack
barn-
them.
This is the barn crate, so this
Okay.
one's kind of stacked, but it's all the chunky cuts.
You fit way more if you stack them. But there'll be more videos on this. We gotta tinker with it some more, make it faster, and play around with it. But let me know if anybody has any questions.